People just don't understand. This is not a superhero show. It's a sitcom.
Yeah.
The comic was a sitcom. The show is a sitcom.
Got any threes? No. Go fish, nigga!
This guy is at a bar and he sees a woman with gigantic jugs.
I like the story so far.
He
Continue.
walks over. He's like, "This is really weird, but I would love to just bite your nipples." She's like, "Get out of here! I'm going to call the cops." He's like, "Please, $100. I'll give you $100. Let me bite your nipples." She's like, "No, absolutely. Get lost." $500. It's like, she's thinking I could really use the money, but it's like 1,000. Okay, $1,000. Fine. They go off to this kind of secluded area of the bar, and she pops open her top. He jumps in there and motorboats her, and he's having a good time in there. After 5-6 minutes, she's looking at her watch. She's like, "Come on, you're going to bite my nipples or what?" And he goes, "Oh, I can't afford that."
Okay, welcome to the Two Gaming Dudes.
I figured we needed a woke feminism joke, because She-Hulk.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. So She-Hulk episode 3.
I know I am in the minority. I like this show very, very much.
I don't even know how to put this into words. It's getting better.
Okay,
and
good.
I like it more now. And I know that like completely goes against everything that all of the other YouTubers have going on. Like all the other critics are all pissed off. You know what they were really mad about? They were mad about She-Hulk's twerking now. Oh, the MCU has totally ruined everything. I'm like, actually, I think that was like the greatest moment. I laughed out loud at that. And that actually felt like one of the most She-Hulk comic book things.
Yes.
So far. Like that was great. I mean, they've had a lot of other moments where she looks at the camera and stuff and does the fourth wall breaks and that. Okay, I get it. You're in line with the comics, but you haven't gone to total over the top yet. And then she was twerking with the girl that sings that song.
Charles is so out of
WAP. I didn't
had
know
to
that. You
explain
had to
to
tell me. I
him who
didn't
Megan
know.
Thee Stallion is.
I didn't know who
You're
the hell
so out of touch.
I thought they'd made her up, so I didn't know who she was. But yeah, when they did that, I was like, wow, that's it. That's the She-Hulk moment. That was great.
Well, to address those fans that didn't like that, if Star-Lord can dance off, bro, but they're okay with that, but they have a problem with this, they're dumb fucks. People just don't understand. This is not a superhero show. It's a sitcom.
Yeah.
The comic was a sitcom. The show is a sitcom.
Got any threes? No. Go fish, nigga!
It happens to take place in a superhero universe. It's a sitcom. Look at it like that.
I can see that. I see it as a sitcom the same way. Did you ever watch The Big Bang Theory?
I found it offensive to geeks, so no. But I know what you mean.
It's awful. I mean, it was super popular. It was great, apparently, for anybody who didn't actually know anything. They liked it a lot. But if you took the laugh tracks out of it, it was suddenly this hurtful, hateful thing that just like was not funny. So, sure, it's a sitcom. Maybe it could have used laugh track to help it along.
But what's offensive or
It's not offensive. It's just not very good at the funny sometimes. It's more cringe than funny
sometimes
for me.
Yeah, okay, sometimes.
But I will give it to it. Episode 3, better. I had at least 2 moments where I did laugh out loud. Definitely one of them was the butt twerk, but it was another moment. I think it was with the light elf.
Yeah.
And that made me laugh. And I was like, all right, I can't believe this is getting better, but it is.
You have to view it as a sitcom because the whole bringing in Wong was just fucking stupid. You're expecting, there's a link to Shang-Chi because we saw him in the Fight Club.
No.
Okay, Wong, what was it? It was part of my training.
Really? No, not really. Well, I gotta go.
It was just a stupid, forced They put in some Easter egg in Shang-Chi and they didn't know what to do with it. And just,
Right.
we need some excuse to bring it up here. Just write in whatever. He needed it as part of his training. It was so throwaway and poor.
I laughed.
I sincerely, I don't have a problem with anything I've seen from this so far.
No, I guess I just really had a problem with episode 1. But if episode 1 had come out, like if it had come out binge style and episode 1, 2, and 3 had all come out together at the same time, I all of my problems with episode 1 would have gone away. Like I wouldn't have had as much of an issue as I did when it was just by itself.
But
And I had nothing else to run it with.
don't you think that's because of what your expectations were?
Maybe. It might have been the expectations. It might have just been the weird treatment of the characters that I just was not expecting, and it really threw me off.
Yeah.
But it's getting better. And I don't know if that's just me getting used to it or if it actually is getting better. But I like it.
Well, I think what you see is what you get. It's going to stay like this
Yeah.
the whole time.
I mean, don't get me wrong. What I said before, I actually mean it, where she doesn't really have a character arc so
No,
much
yeah.
as she's just going to go like this. But I guess that kind of falls in line with most sitcoms, right? Like those characters don't really have arcs. They just are the same person. Homer Simpson is the same person for
He has to be the
35, 40 years.
Yeah.
So
Al Bundy doesn't go through a character arc.
no, he is this.
Fred Flintstone can't do a character arc.
Right.
He has to be the funny, goofy. So I'm perfectly okay with her.
Yeah. And maybe it's those things. Like once you accept those things, then the show becomes more enjoyable. You just kind of accept it for what it is.
I stopped myself before I said she's a more realistic heroine, but she's a more relatable or maybe more familiar. I'm trying to bridge why we hate Captain Marvel so much, but I don't hate Jennifer Watson, or what's her name?
I don't know what her name is. Walters.
Jen Walters. Could it be just because Brie Larson is just an unlikable person?
I liked her in Scott Pilgrim. So I don't think that's it. I don't know. You are right. She's an incredibly unlikable character. And for that matter, so is Rey from Star Wars.
We
And
disagree on that one, but I guess had they handled this as a traditional, what I was afraid they were going to do, push the feminism, Disney girl power shit, I probably would have not appreciated it very much. But they handle her like a legit. She tells her, "I'm always afraid and nervous and awkward," which is kind of a trope for Disney characters. But with her, it fits.
all right, I guess that's fair.
And Natasha, whatever her name is, she's a good actress and she pulls it off.
I really am kind of lost for words on this one because I was expecting to hate this more and more as we go. Like every time we sat down to review it, I was going to like have words with you. I don't understand how your tastes work, but no, I actually am starting to like this more. I'd love to get some real comments down below, like some real feedback from you guys. If you're watching this show, do you agree with us that it's actually getting better, or do you agree with him that it's been great from the beginning? Or
Oh, don't
Maybe
put
not-
dicks in my ass. I did not say it's great.
not great,
That'd be
but just-
stupid here.
but it's just like okay,
It's fine.
It's fine. Or
It's
or-
okay. It's been okay since the beginning.
or do you agree with the many YouTubers out there who just hate this, like hate it a lot, like a lot?
If I was not familiar with the comic, I would hate this. The same way I hated Loki.
Okay,
You've taken this guy, he murdered 6,000 innocent people. But then we made him an alligator and it's funny. He stood in Munich and the Holocaust survivor stood up to him and said, "We will never bow before men like you again."
yeah,
It's all right. We make him.
he's okay now.
Fuck off. So I had a much bigger problem with Loki than I do with this.
Oh, that'll be nothing. Wait till they bring back Wanda.
Oh, fucking Christ.
That's the one. I actually might start putting together actual video essays on some of these bigger points that I'm trying to make, and I just have a hard time articulating it when I'm with
Yeah.
you sometimes. But Wanda's definitely one of them that I have real issues with. But
It was absolute shit. Yeah.
that's beyond the point. She-Hulk, I like it. And when I say, oh yeah, I know the comic, I owned like 8 of them, and one of them was a swimsuit issue that I jerked off to a lot. But that was it. Like the others, I didn't like have a box of She-Hulk comics or anything. I didn't read them all.
But you at
I had
least
like 8.
understand.
Yeah,
It's
I understand
supposed to
how
be-
it works.
It's not Dark Horse.
Yeah.
It's not Batman killing joke.
No.
It's fucking Perfect Strangers.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, it's so much Perfect Strangers that we have characters from Perfect Strangers in it. So,
Give him a break. Accept it for what it is.
all right. Well, there you go. Leave some opinions and don't forget to click like. Don't forget to click subscribe
And do all that shit.
and do all that shit. All right. We're out of here. See you in the next episode.
Holla.
Bye.